Redout 2 is a science fiction racing video game developed by Italian studios 343 and published by Saber Interactive. The game is inspired by racing games such as F-Zero, Wipeout and Roll Cage. It's out now on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Microsoft Windows. The first Redout was a very welcome surprise for me and a fantastic addition to the anti-gravity racing genre that F-Zero and Wipeout pioneered. With no new games from both F-Zero and Wipeout, there is a gap of this type of game. So Redout 2 has timed its release perfectly for gamers waiting for more anti-gravity racing and to also make use of the next-gen console's power, making the game better than ever. Redout 2 has a few options for how to play, including an arcade mode, a lengthy career mode and multiplayer. Where the arcade mode will let you hop straight in and have you speeding around in no time, the career mode will ease you in through a series of trials before working your way through the B, A and S leagues and up to the Super Redout Racing League Invitational. And it's in these later leagues where things really get tough. Redout 2 is definitely hard. It drops you into casual mode as standard, and I found it offered up a more than decent challenge at that level. Anything above that and you're looking at perfect race territory with some brutal opponents and tracks that test your ability to think fast at hypersonic speeds. The first Redout was just as tough too, but luckily in Redout 2, as you unlock more equipment, there are times where it all levels out, but still unlocking this equipment is no easy feat. It's clear that 343 have gone for a more serious simulation driving experience this time round. Weaponry has been removed, which might be a good or bad thing for some, and the controls have been seriously tightened up. And the focus is on making your way around these incredible tracks as fast as humanly possible, bringing it closer in line to the style of F-Zero. With racing now being the sole focus, 343 has put together a control scheme that does the genre real justice, and it will keep you engaged through every curve and bend. And it's in the control scheme where you are going to either love or hate Redout 2. You see, Redout 2 is a twin stick racer. What I mean is that besides the traditional left analog steering your craft, the right stick performs a strafing function, helping you to drift and slide through tight bends and chicanes. There are times where you need to use both at the same time, and while it may feel odd at first, this is a control scheme that makes perfect sense. The right analog stick also controls the pitch of your craft. If you want to have any hope of keeping your speed up and crucially winning races, you'll need to make sure your vehicle pitches into the track's ridiculously long and tall loop-the-loops and undulations. If the speed and control was not enough, another thing you have to deal with is your ship's health and boost bars. Push the boost button too much and you'll start to overheat. Overheat and you'll start to lose health. And trust me, you'll need that health for all the bumping into corners and sidewalls, which will turn your shiny futuristic vehicle into a ball of fire if you're not careful. All this combined together and you get some pure and relentless visceral racing. Customization also plays a big part in Redout 2, and there's lots of ways to tune your vehicle, both visually and internally. Races give you new equipment for winning or placing in the top 3, and you can immediately attach them onto your ride and see what effect they have. The visual options are vast and you can definitely put together something that's going to look unique on the starting grid. It's just a shame that they're all locked away in a linear fashion rather than letting you have a muck about with a few options to start out with. And to go with all this intense racing action is a fantastic electronic soundtrack from some of the best electronic artists around. The game music even remixes itself to the action on screen and just adds another level of immersion to the racing. There is also a cool photo mode which is great, as Redout 2 is a real stunner when it comes to graphics. Every single track is a sight to behold, and you are treated to a brief cutscene before a race, giving you some background of the planet you're about to race in, while also showing off the insane track layouts. I really loved the first Redout, but I love 2 even more. If you are into these futuristic racing games, then you are going to be spoilt with Redout 2, and for me, it's the best space racer out there. I will admit the game is hard as hell and it's going to put off a lot of people, especially for those jumping in for the first time, and I'm sure many people will have a few goes and say, here, this is not for me. But if you take the time to master its twin stick style racing controls, then you are in for a ton of fun, I promise. My final score for Redout 2 is a supersonic 8 out of 10, and it also gets my Joe Cobra stamp of approval. Thank you guys as always for watching. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you are new to my channel, then please make sure to subscribe. Help my channel grow. Give the video a thumbs up too, and if you want to stay up to date on my latest videos, then hit the bell button. Thanks again and take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys on the next Joe Cobra video. Bye bye.